Hi, Ken Parrish here, and welcome again to my Christmas world. Today, as I've been talking about in the previous videos, I've set up my lights around the fence. However, I got a big gap between where this light ends and where it begins over there on the barn. Now the reason I ended it here instead of going on around is two reasons. One is that I only had 6 25-foot stringers, and I wanted enough to go around the face of the barn and that other part of the fence that we saw in the last video. Secondly, up to here, you can see these lights from the street, which is back that way. Here, however, you got the trees here and the bushes, and you don't really see them except for our neighbor might see them. So I ended it here. So what I need to do is make an extension cord from here to where it begins over there on the barn. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. To do that, I'm going to use this. This is what is normally lamp wire, and in this case is an SPT1 lamp wire, or some people call, I've even heard it called zip cord. But I got SPT1 because the lights that I have are SPT1 wiring for the lights. It comes in SPT1 or 2. The difference is the amount of amperage that they can hold. The SPT1 can hold up to 8 amps, no more, and SPT2 can hold up to 10 amps if I'm not mistaken. So the first step is to measure how long I need to get from here to there. And at first I was just going to run it through the air, but I think I'm going to run it along the fence line and then over. It gives it a little bit more finished look, and that way if the wind blows it's not going to maybe come undone or something. So let me just unspool some of this and we'll Next step, of course, will be to put the plugs on. And for that, I think we'll just go inside and sit down. Okay, I decided to stay out here instead of going inside. So, the things that you need in order to do this with are, of course, your plugs. One male and one female plug. And then these are the caps that go over them. I'll show you how to use those in a sec. These are what they call, I don't know, slip plugs. I call them vampire plugs because if you notice inside, I don't know if you can see or not. It's hard to tell, but they are little vampire teeth. I call them vampire teeth. One on this side and one on this side. And it's the same thing here. You have one there and one there. And they basically correspond to your two polarities here. So, other thing you'll need is, you may need the channel locks, you may not, but of course you would need your wire. Now the first thing to do is take your wire. Oh, and you'll also need something to snip your wires, because what you want to do is cut your wire, give it a little bit of a cut there to separate your two wires in there, because this is two wires, as you can see. Okay, That's the only, you don't have to strip the wires or anything like that. Now if you notice on the wires, one has a ridge to it, one is smooth. One side has a ridge to it, one is smooth. To make this simple, the side with the ridge goes onto the bigger plug. If you ever look at your plugs and you have polarity plugs, you got one that's a little bit bigger than the other one. Same with your female ends. One is a little bit bigger than the other. So the one with the ridge goes with the bigger side. Okay. I'm just making this simple. I'm not going to go into polarities and hot and ground and all that stuff. But you find your vampire teeth in there that corresponds to your bigger plug. In this case, it's on this side. It's on this side right there. That vampire teeth corresponds to this one. So you want that vampire teeth to penetrate the side that has the ridges to it. So you take it and you slide that down. And you fold your wire back just like that and kind of give it a little push, and those vampire teeth then penetrates the coating to get down to the copper. And this is where you take these slip, and basically what they do is they will slip over top of that just like this. And this is when some people may need the channel locks to just do that. This does one of two things. It will hold the wire in so it doesn't come out, plus it tightens it down, gives it a good water, fairly good water seal, and it tightens it down, make sure you have good contact. Well, there it is. Now you got your male plug. Now you do the same thing with the other end. You do the same thing with the other end. You got your wire. Give it a little snip. And I got sun right in my eyes, so find your ridge, which in that case is right on this side. That's going to correspond to the big one. So you see there's the big one. Okay, and now here, the big one, as you can see, is on this side. What I can do is this way. I can do it this way. As long as that penetrates that ridge side. Okay? So you got your big hole there. And there's your vampire plug right there. So push these down. That helps separate it. Fold it back. Kind of give it a little push. Take your ends here. And you see one end is open. This end isn't, so take the open end and push over. And if you need the channel locks, let me just show you. I usually do not use these, but that just pushes them. And now you have your female end. So now we can go ahead and hook these up over there. what I did here, I just kind of looped it through that a little bit. Take some of the weight off there. Let me just put that back in. There's a little bit of a slack there, but I think we'll be all right there. I mean, we can even tuck that up under there a little bit more like that if we want to. So that's that. Now, as you see, they're not lit because there's one more thing I have to do over there. Now, when I did this, and I lined the fence up with the lights, I have a gate here. Now, if I have the lights going around, I wouldn't be able to open the gate. So once I hung the lights, I went ahead and cut those. So once again, I need to put ends on these. This I'll have going around and plugged into a power source that's there. This one I'll have going that way to plug into a power source there. That way, when I go to open the gates, I can still open my gates and I won't have any wires or anything in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and do those now. I'm going to do those off camera. And then when we're all done, and I get a power source right now, I don't have my power source out, but then we'll see what it looks like when they're lit up. So, okay, I went ahead and put the plug on right here, and I just ran an extension cord real quick. Make sure everything's working, and the sun's shining on these, so you can't really see these very well. So let's come over here. There's a little bit of a shade. As you can see, the lights are working. So we're good there. Now here's where I made the extension cord. So did I do the extension cord right? We'll come over here to where we hook up to the barn, and as you can see, the lights are working fine on the barn. So everything's good. So right now that's it. So until next time, we'll see you, and we'll be attacking either the mini lights that I put on the front fence, or we'll be doing the C9s. We'll see. Take care now.